Hi guys, we're on nice. I'm Ray.
And I'm Gerard.
Gerard, I am so ready for episode 13.
I am.
Go ahead.
I was saying real quick because I know I set it off a little bit after. Um, I honestly think that with the whole Byron thing happening right after that is now finished, the show just got way better. That last episode was great.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was. It's been slow but it's been quite slow when it comes to Byron and what he's been doing. It's been quite slow.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the fact that it's over and we're moving something else on. I feel myself a little bit relieved about that.
Me too.
So
I agree with you. Yeah.
Let's see what happens. But with that said, guys, this is Babylon 5, Season 5, Episode 13. Let's do this. Obey. Jesus Christ, that's in the hallway? Obey?
Well, there you are. Sorry.
Bro, course, mother, course, father. That's it.
Al, I want you to meet Lauren Ashley and Shen Hikaru. They've just signed on as interns with Level 12 investigations.
We've seen that guy before. I'm almost sure we have. He looks familiar.
It's an honor. I've followed you for years.
Lauren and Shen are two of our best young recruits for P12 work.
You're P12?
Training in record time, they're eager and they want to get into it. I figured I'd pair them up with you for a while. You can
Best is the P12 himself.
comfortable with the operation, and then we'll put them out in the field.
But I feel like Vetzer's like hiding something.
So,
Are we going to spend the whole episode in this headquarters? It's crazy.
see a copy of your
In Psi Corps?
I've been following the situation on Babylon 5.
No, much as it might offend their sense of perspective, not everything is about.
Meanwhile, in the back, obey.
Man, really? Obey? What do you think you want? Not yours. Who the heck is this guy? He's in there.
If he's in there.
He's losing his mind.
Ooh.
Oh. Yo. Okay.
Was he the guy that escaped?
Huh. No. I wonder where we're going with this one.
I don't know, but if this dude is involved, I don't know if it's gonna be good. I feel like it might be bad news on top of bad news.
No, I get you.
I feel like maybe he might be the one to supposed to get to Rondo.
I don't know. Like, I still think that's what I'm still thinking. That there still might be stuff about Byron because he's still around. Like, you know what? Oh, what the hell? Just so that so freaky. I just realized that. Was that always there? I guess so. But I still think that there's still maybe some Byron story left over because we're looking at this part of the story at this point.
100%. I feel like he's gonna be. Yeah.
But what you just said, I didn't hear a word you said. That sounded.
I feel like he's gonna end up being there all the way to the end.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right 100%. You sound better now. You sounded awful for a second. All right. Well, this is the Corps' mother, the Corps' father.
Field agent has to be able to hold his own for at least an hour.
Why an hour?
Because unless you've gone through training sessions like this,
Yikes! There's a lot of risk for being a telepath.
keep scan for more than 45 minutes tops.
Oh my God.
It's kind of interesting to see like what they end up seeing.
What they actually was actually happening.
Yeah.
That was pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
By constant exposure and repetition, you get used to it.
You know, it's crazy how evil a man he is. At the same time, like, he seems to be gentle. You know what I mean?
T12 isn't enough. Only a certain kind of
And that is a lie. That's the lie that he's so good at upholding.
down rogue telepaths. If they can fry your synapses and turn you into vegetables, they will.
So you have to be
I
ruthless.
just think that he ends up believing that he's right on everything.
Remember,
At that point.
these are family, so we can help put them back on track.
Not that they appreciate it.
That's where you're wrong.
I didn't think that they were appreciating it.
Did you know that 42.5% of all telepaths who leave the Corps commit suicide within 9 months?
Jesus Christ.
Without the support of other telepaths.
It was just getting interesting.
We can pick it up later. There's,
This was just getting interesting, he says. That's crazy.
That's why they got a dead body in here.
Yep.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would watch a whole show based off the Psi Corps.
That would be cool. I would actually watch that if there was a sequel or something like that.
A follow-up,
Or a spin-off.
a spin-off, yeah.
Sometimes the training does that. You just get over it. But this time something went wrong.
Yeah, you guys are always pushing people to their limits. People are snapping left and right.
Bring him back.
I thought you'd be at the concert.
Yo, is he about to get it on? Hey, yo.
Focus on the music.
Please, come in.
He had a love person, right? Didn't he find her? The one he was in love with? Wasn't she used as a battery or something?
Yeah, but
We need to watch out for each other, even more than we would as mundanes. We're responsible for each other.
oh no, bro, she's trying to get it.
I was told you're married. Is she?
Yeah, she is. Look at the questions she's asking.
In Syria, Planum. She stays there most of the time. And if my wife ever found out about her... Private.
Or I can just stay here.
It's getting late. You should go back to your room.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
He's a man of integrity.
What did I say? What did I
He
say?
could have, though. He's saying no at this point.
Or I could stay here.
You'll be the first to know. But for now, I think you should go back to your room.
Good for him. I don't cheer for this man that often. He deserves a little respect for this.
Anything that happened.
That is true. That's true.
All right.
All right.
Nathan will have her killed.
When can you get going?
Our flight leaves in 2 hours.
Good. The rest of you know what to do. Get to it.
Are they all leaving?
I think it's just probably
Bester?
Luke and his 2 students.
He's a mind.
A mind shredder.
Let him get too close. Let him get a clear shot. And he'll rip you in two.
All right, sounds
Yo,
like
Psi Corps
sounds like a job
has-
for leader.
Seriously.
He might have to join the colony. A mind shredder. Doesn't sound pleasant.
You forgot your glove.
You know, back in the day,
What?
there was a TV show. Well,
Why? Of course. Thank you, Jen. I'll be right out.
what I was trying to tell you that back in the day, there was a TV show called The Monkees about this fictional rock band. And Bester reminds me of one of the singers, of the lead singer, Davy Jones. Like, he looks like him to me.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you. Maybe not today, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. Dude, I feel deep down inside, if Bester never have to go back to Babylon 5, he wouldn't go back.
Are they playing blackjack?
Yeah, he's gonna win. He's gonna make a fortune.
You in?
Can you tell me the rules?
They just laughed him
It's
off.
a
That's
hustler,
crazy.
bro. They're gonna take his stuff.
Take his money.
Dude, he's gonna come back. You know, the shot. They're gonna be slumped on the table, bleeding out their eyes.
No reason for the rest of the world to know what our resources are. The rest of the time, it just sits here in hyperspace.
Hyperspace the whole time?
Carrying missions back
Seriously.
and forth and waiting until we need it.
Yeah, but they must have funding like left and right for stuff like this.
Doors are open. You can proceed.
Roger that.
I didn't know the Corps had a mothership.
They have a whole base.
It's a mothership.
Another Psi Cop. Well, a Psi Cop in training.
And this is bad.
Don't be a dick, Zach.
The struggle between mundanes and telepaths will be no struggle at all. Come on. We gotta work together.
This is giant foreshadowing. I think that's the direction they're heading at, really.
All I know is that you did. Now you're gonna give me my money back. All of it.
All right, well, guys, this is what we call a sore loser.
I want my money back. Shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, I don't think you should be doing this at all.
You don't want to get him upset. You're gonna get him.
Is he Gollum?
You're gonna get him upset. I'll get you.
And now he's bleeding through his ears and eyes.
He's a mind shredder. I don't think he was joking about that, was he?
Yikes.
Oh, for F's sake.
That must be painful as heck. I'm pretty sure that's more painful than burning alive.
I don't think this guy's gonna survive. He's way too
The mind
powerful.
shredder?
Yeah. That's a problem. That's a big problem.
Lita might even help.
No, I think he's crazy. It's not like he probably lost his mind.
Oh, big time.
The last thing you want. That's the last thing you want. You want a crazy telepath on the loose, who's powerful.
Did you find anything out from the Drazi?
If he comes out, follow him. But don't try to take him down. Call him for backup.
Why do I feel like one of them is going to try to impress him?
I think she's gonna try and impress him. She's infatuated.
You're disobeying instructions.
I'm showing initiative.
There's a big sign in the hallway that says "Obey, homie."
Back me up.
Pack me up,
I called it. He's gonna die.
dude. As soon as his head explodes, you better go running.
I don't even think he's there.
Chen!
Yeah, he's there. Oh
then
no! Well, now there's a murder on Babylon 5.
I don't understand. Under Psi Corps rules, telepaths aren't allowed to gamble. So when they do gamble, they're not very
I don't think he thinks he's in the Psi Corps anymore.
more than scanning.
Harris must have ripped it out of his mind just before killing him. That's why he chose this victim. He's acquiring whatever is.
Oh, he's. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's smart as heck.
You're now 2 for 2.
How do you know our suspect is responsible?
Just a hunch.
Can you imagine? You just take my skills from them.
No, we don't make those kinds of mistakes.
Sure, you don't.
All right, whatever. And Mimbari don't lie.
I very much doubt that.
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking for?
I don't know. But I'll know it when I see it. I'll get going.
Well, he knew from the get-go that he was a mind shredder.
Harris may be even more dangerous than we believed. I'm gonna check with customs. Make sure he didn't use that money to book passage off the station.
If that guy would have encountered the guy they're looking for, he would have been dead. So he needs to obey orders. Everyone survive.
Yeah, but I think he's trying to impress.
He is trying to impress, but it's don't get him killed. That butthead makeup is it's crazy.
I seen a naked pack murder once. You know that hump on their back? It's not a hump at all.
No, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this.
This is not gonna be good.
He's gonna die. I'm almost sure this guy's gonna die. 'Cause he's not discreet in any way.
Do you wish to place a call?
Yes, temporary residence, Red 3, Unit 7, Bester, Al.
Stand by.
Yeah, he's dead.
Did you just stab him? Oh, that's what the hell? The gambler?
Stab wound to the heart.
Yeah, kind of noticed that. Can I ask you, what are you running from?
Don't start, bro. Mind your business.
Yep. Kind of being
Come
nosy,
on,
bro.
you can tell your old buddy Bryce.
There's a lot in here that's in different handwriting, different names. As if they'd either mixed two files together or somebody else had access to his paper.
No, because remember, he had multiple personality.
The guy with the tattoo.
They don't know that.
They don't know that, yeah.
Hey, I got something.
Different styles of handwriting, different names, but not different people. The same person.
There you go. You figure it out.
Multiple personalities.
Smart guy.
Fight his rating. One personality was a P10, the other was a P12.
That's crazy.
But it has happened before.
Are put away for the good of everyone.
Check these names against the station manifest. See if he checked in on one of his other personalities. Go on, hurry!
She's way too happy for this.
Yeah,
she's
no,
way
she's
too happy.
Excited. We pulled that thing out quick.
Get out! Get out! We're all in this together. It's nobody's fault, really.
He's cracked.
Get him out of here.
Come on, let's go. Get out.
How do you fix that?
You have to understand.
Do you fix it?
Bro, he can kill everybody in there.
Don't hurt him.
They may have to reprogram him.
Even the annoying, self-righteous, arrogant ones with self-important delusions of godhood.
Thank you. I feel far more at home.
That's how I feel when I'm walking.
One of the drawbacks.
Now, how do you know that?
He said so.
Game. Set. Seeing you, Doctor.
He's such bad influence, bro.
Dude, again, they live in this space place. That mothership was huge.
Probably bigger than Babylon 5.
When we get back. To tell you the truth, I wasn't sure if I still believed in heroes. But I have never seen anyone fight for our people the way
Oh my god.
Bro, he's about to be the one to kill him.
Oh, do you?
She sounds like a Byron follower.
Tell you the truth. There's some days when I think that's a good thing.
Hey, bro, he got game, bro. Don't play with him.
I'm not so sure.
I am.
I'm glad, at least from what I see, that he's not trying to abuse his girl.
6 hours, 20 minutes.
That's crazy. They just pulled the Michael. Damn.
Well, you made it past the first stage. You just might be Psi Corps material after all.
Michael sure is.
They spaced him.
That was a Michael move.
That's crazy.
Dear Lord. Wow, I like that episode a lot. That was a good episode.
I see. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
That was really
Right
good.
after- bro, I'm telling you. After this whole Byron act thing, the fact that it's finally finished, Babylon 5 is back on track.
I thought, I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought there was gonna be some connection here with him and the telepaths. You know, with
think so?
Byron. I thought that's what I was thinking when he had to go back to B5. At the same time that he's on the run, I'm like, okay, maybe Lee's gonna get involved. They're gonna save this guy somehow, or he's gonna find these people somehow. That's what I was thinking. I didn't expect this to happen. Let alone the idea of a telepath who's cracked. He has multiple personality disorder, P10 and P12 in the same body. That's incredible.
Crazy.
That is completely crazy. So I did like that. I thought that was interesting and completely, like on brand for what makes B5 so cool. Because that's like, I would have never thought about that. You know what I mean? Now imagine a P5, a P10 was dementia. Oof.
Yeah, but the thing is, exactly, that's already concerning as itself, especially with the roommate. You're telling me that the roommate did not say anything whatsoever? if Core's mother, if Core's father, and if unstable Psi Corps cops are a thing, and they have to eliminate them, you don't think that he would have to say something?
And the thing is, too, I'm also thinking about that they have footage of of Chen getting stabbed. So it means there was cameras in the room, right? And that's a room they're renting out. How many cameras are there? How many rooms have cameras?
No. I don't. It's not more of the camera in the room. It's that, remember that the guy was going to send a message to Bester. So once he started, it was recording. You know.
All right.
Not much more. That
I was just thinking that there might be like cameras everywhere. Because I always thought that's one thing I always thought about Babylon 5. That they, for being futuristic, and again, this is the 90s, so maybe I should be, a bit minded about things. But I've always thought that, I would think that there's going to be cameras everywhere, keeping an eye on everything, especially on Babylon 5. Maybe not the rooms themselves, but like the hallways, the lower decks, the lower area, because so much stuff happens on Babylon 5. 100%. You cannot have, Zach and his men are not enough to keep track of everything.
Yeah, but especially in the lower down levels, they're not going to put any resources there. There's so many things
happening. You want to put some cameras down there. It's something to keep an eye on what's going on back there.
They should, but they don't.
They didn't.
They don't, brother.
I mean, it's been 5 seasons. They didn't do it in 5 seasons. They're not going to do it at all. We have to take it for what it is. But I've always thought that. I've always found like, why is it never footage? This is futuristic, spaceship, whatever. But again, this is me thinking in 2025. You know what I mean? This is the show.
If you're telling me that Dwayne walks around Babylon 5, you think someone's gonna do something?
No, not at all. However,
you don't play, bro. You don't play.
I'm concerned about this girl. Because
this head over heel person is a bad thing.
Let's say Bester says, "All right, give me my back rub. I'll see you tonight. Give me my back rub." His wife shows up or something similar to that. She dead. That girl dead. That girl's not gonna survive. She's gonna be like and bleeding out her eyes and nose before you know it. So unless she's playing him, unless she's trying to use him to go up the corporate ladder or the core ladder for that matter, I think she's playing a very dangerous game.
It is a very dangerous game, and especially also someone that is also trying to just get in Bester's pants. I feel like Bester can also use this as a scapegoat, sacrificial pawn.
I'm glad that he's not doing it though. Like I'm glad. At least in this episode, he's not.
Exactly.
In future episodes, she might break him down. You know what I'm saying? And go in there with she's like, "Hey, Bester," just, you know what I mean? He's like, "All right, let's do this."
Yeah, that is true.
Let's get it down.
Someone just ended up making a really good point. That was like, if cameras were down, they would just end up getting stolen. For vandalized or stolen for
That's
parts.
That's true too. That can happen.
Whatever,
for parts and pieces, electronics. Yeah, I can see that.
Exactly. I feel like that would just be a waste of resources at that point.
Or they could be hacked too. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right when that matter.
Another thing, actually a funny comparison someone put out. It was like a P12 with dementia. Try the movie Logan. There you go.
We did. Yeah. I guess we did. We did see Logan. At least I saw Logan. I don't know if you saw Logan. Have you seen Logan?
I saw. I just didn't. I've seen it. I just didn't. We didn't react to it.
Yeah, we didn't react to it. Yeah, but I did see. I saw it in the theater when it came out.
That actually is a really good close comparison.
But still, though, the idea of if you think about all the mental health issues that we are aware of now, right? Mm-hmm. And then if you add a telepath to that is another level of fear that we have to deal with now. You know what I mean? Like that'll be difficult. I wonder though if Bester really is like he must love this woman so much that he would say no. You know what I mean? Like I'm still thinking that this might either gonna be an issue or it's not gonna be an issue, or maybe this is a one shot because of the episode.
Man, I don't know.
But I think he likes her in terms of her power, in terms of her, willingness to like she just killed that guy.
Big time. But
she's
the thing is, like,
take care of him.
Bester has a couple of students that he has taught himself, so it's just more. I will probably see him. It's more in the sense of like he sees the potential like she might have.
But he just lost one. That was the first one that died. Was his protege or one of his people.
One of his exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
and having a new one now.
I'm thinking that's why he's interested in her. Not much more of like romantically or anything like that. I think it's just much more of like how he can use her.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, this is one of the better episodes so far this season. This is
Honestly,
really good.
Big time. I completely agree.
I don't think we've seen Bester so long in one video. Like just seeing him at work, I was completely fascinated.
That was also kind of cool, especially that we got a little insight on like what Psi Corps looks like.
How it looks like the headquarters, the mothership, all that stuff was like, give me more. I want more of that. I want to know more about this.
Exactly. Because like, for example, we were seeing inside the headquarters and it was like really nice buildings, nice plaza and stuff. So it's like, they got some good funds, yo. Psi Corps, and they got money.
And again, you know, it shows that I don't know if Byron's story ended. If it completely ended and we taking this path for her, then we wasted almost half the season.
For no reason.
You know?
If we find out that Byron's arc was not necessary for what they're trying to add, Byron's arc was a filler. If that's the case,
yeah, I'm just looking for something to justify why justify him. But
don't get me wrong, it's not the actor. The actor
was great. I thought he was great.
Great, like amazing. It's just the story that adds.
The story,
season 5.
The threat he gave the ambassadors. I know everybody's secret. Like that would have been like, wow, what the hell? We're gonna go with this stuff, and then you know what I mean?
This is already a lot. Like Franklin's arc was better than Byron's arc. I would say.
Yeah, I was surprised to see
wholeheartedly.
I was surprised to see Franklin here. I thought he took off already.
Which is kind of interesting. Exactly, I'm kind of interested on the fact that like this whole thing that ended up happening, but I thought he was gonna leave too.
Well, there you have it, guys. That was episode 13. That was the Corps' mother, the Corps' father, which is one of the best episodes I think of the season. Not the season, of the whole show. Because we got like
the whole show. It's a lot.
But it felt. You ever seen the Wizard of Oz? You know when they pull the curtain out, and you see the guy behind the curtain, and you see all the magic he's pulling away. That's what it felt like to me. I felt like we got to see that behind the scenes look, and we didn't see that in 5 seasons. We didn't see any of that.
True.
You know. Seeing the operation and who the guy who gave Bester the mission. Who's that guy? What is he? What, a P-50? What was he at?
I get you, but for example, with what you're saying about seeing from backstage stuff, we have gotten a couple of episodes like that. Not with Psi Corps.
Not like this.
We've seen it with ISN. We've seen it with Air Force,
I get that. But I'm talking about
like that.
But the fact that we're talking about Psi Corps, this is huge because Psi Corps is a problem.
Yeah, not correct. It's been a while. Psi Corps
is a problem. They can still be a problem. They're still a threat. They still have we still have a problem with them, you know. So this part of the way it came out, I thought that was fantastic. So I loved every bit of that.
I would agree there. It's fantastic. I just don't agree with being the best of the show.
No, I didn't say the best.
But season so far, yes.
I said, but it's still one of the better episodes of the show, of the entire show. I'm saying that. I'm still saying that because not everything is just shooting guns and blowing up ships. There are other nuances. There are other nuances to the episode, to the story, that's like, wow, that's crazy. That's incredible. Like this episode itself, listen, we got behind the scenes Psi Corps. Never seen that before. We seen Psi Corps' boss. I'm assuming that at least Best's boss, whoever that guy is. We saw that. We saw a side.
Or something like that.
We saw a side of Bester that we normally don't see. We don't see how, like, we see how he's a dick to everybody, but he was very fatherly, very, very loving, very caring when he was here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we don't see that. We didn't see that at all before. So seeing that now in this episode, seeing that writing about him, seeing more of him, I thought that was fantastic. And I really do think that I just think that was a great episode. Simple as that.
If they did a spin-off
on just
of
Bester?
Like of Bester, or even of just how the Psi Corps originally started or was
like a
funded,
like a prequel.
That would be
the only problem with prequels will be that prequels kind of mess up sometimes. And then what they do sometimes is they want to add more to the actual story, and then the story ends up being like that doesn't make sense to the show itself. Yeah. You know, that's contradicting. It's not what, you know what I'm saying. So, but a show itself, Like if we picked up here, like if that was the first episode of the first Bestest show, dude, I'd be all in.
Yeah.
I'll be all
or
in.
if at least if they ended up getting their own season, or maybe like a couple episodes, filler episodes. Those are fillers. I would actually.
Yeah, I will call the show Mother. That's it. Like that. You guys seen the new Mother? Damn, bro, that was crazy. Well, anyway, guys, listen. If you like what we're doing, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. We appreciate you hanging out with us. This episode will be available on our Patreon for a little as $3 a month, unedited, along with every other episode that we've done for Babylon 5 and every other movie and show we've done before in the past as well. You will find that link in the description below. Currently, we're having a sale going on our Patreon, so it's a 40% off if you want to join or at least check it out, see what we offer. Join us, join, see what we got going. Right now I got a bunch of Battlestar Galactica and a bunch of Babylon 5 up there. You might want to check it out. Again, the link in the description below. Guys, we also have a store where we sell merchandise. You will see beneath it, at least down here somewhere, hopefully, a bunch of shirts that we have designed for us, guys, for us and for you. Check it out. You will find the link in the description below as well, guys. Listen, we appreciate you hanging out with us. We are our Knights. I'm Ray.
And I'm Gerard.
Guys, we'll see you soon. Take care.
Take care.